Alright, this is just a standard motorbike kit sprocket that you can get online, and the good thing about having these is it saves all the hard work, and it comes with all the hardware and the little rubber diaphragm pieces that space it out onto the spokes. It comes with the 3-part washer that goes behind the spokes. It's just, everything's there for you, and it just saves a lot of labor. And right now I just basically drew out the line and into a circle to the exact dimension that I'm going to cut it to, because I'm not going to use this outer sprocket right here because it's so thin, you see that? And I'm going to use an actual dirt bike sprocket right here. See how thick that is? And I just kind of rough cut it right here on the side right here just to get that middle section out of the way. But I'm going to cut right here, and I'm going to get this outer. I want to keep this outer section right here where the sprocket is and get rid of the centerpiece. I'm going to lie it down on this right here after I get this out. So it's going to sit right in the middle right here. So after I cut this, I'm going to pull out this part right here, which I'm going to keep right here, and I'm going to get rid of this outer section right here, and I'm going to replace it with this. It's just better. I like this, and the chain sits nice and snug and properly on here, because it's actually, the 40 size chain is actually designed for this sprocket right here, and a 40 size chain is not on this sprocket right here. Alright, and here I go. I'm going to use a plasma cutter on this one. Alright, there it is, all finished, welded. There's the back side too, it's welded as well. Alright, ready to be installed on the rear wheel. Alrighty, I got both chains on from the rear wheel and the jack shaft assembly. That's how they're both going to look like on the sprocket. That's how they're both going to look like when they're on the jack shaft assembly. So, yep. Now I just need to weld a brace piece right here that goes to this frame. So I'm going to have a piece of structured metal I'm going to cut out from here. It's going to come out from right here down to this part of the frame, from here to there, and I'm going to weld this seat down right here. Instead of it being up there, you know, it's just I just think it would be better down right here. You know, I get more space. Alright, here I just cut this piece off. You remember I'm using the same exact bar stock that's on this engine mount top structure that I made, that I showed you in the previous videos. It's all the same scrap metal I'm using, so it's makes it easier. So right now I'm just making this piece from here to here, and it's gonna be this piece right here. Right now I have to bend it so I can weld it onto this part right here. So that'll be the structure that holds this whole piece together to the jack shaft assembly, keeps everything stronger. Alright, that's what it looks like when it's on, as you can see. Alright, I got that one support right here from there. Now I need one more from here to here, and it'll be all set on this side. Then after you get that done, I'm going to work on the support from up here. So on the tip of the support right here, you're gonna wanna weld support bead from down under here that comes up underneath right here and then comes up onto here. So it'll prevent this piece from basically moving like that, you know. It'll keep it solid more right here, so it just stays in place solid. Now you're gonna want to cut the excess part of the shaft off right here, like I did right here. It was just hanging out right here. You just want to cut that off, and then it'll be all good on this side. And then I just gave it a couple tap welds right there, and I gave some tap weld right here onto the sprocket. Yeah, because those screws suck. You know, no matter how tight you put those screws in that sprocket, it's gonna come loose, and I hate it. You know, and you're just stuck in the middle of nowhere, or you're just like 50 miles away from home, and you're just, oh shit, you're just thinking in your head. So you just want to make sure you just weld, you know, the sprocket onto the shaft right there, and the jack shaft assembly right there. You know, see right there. I mean, if you ever have to change them, you just take a little grinder or a little moto tool with a disc wheel, and you just cut the weld off right there, and they'll come apart. Or you could just take a plasma cutter. But yeah, it's just cool. Just weld it, and that thing won't come off at all. It won't come loose. You're not going to take them off anytime soon. You're basically, they're going to last for years. I mean, it lasted, mine lasted 3 years, so that comes to prove, you know, like, screw it, I'm gonna weld it. And it works. Ever since I welded, I never had a problem. Alright, I got this piece cut to put right here to right here. Just gonna, like that. Alright, I got that piece now on. How it welds underneath, comes back up, and then right there. So there we go. Now for the tensioner wheel. Okay, as you can see, all I need to do now is install the brakes. It's actually just a brake line and a brake line over here on this brake, and get yourself some brake levers. You want to get 3 of them, one for the front and one for the right and for your throttle. And go ahead and get some grips if you don't have any. That's pretty much it. And as you can see, I've installed my exhaust pipe. It's custom. I just bent it on there. You can keep the original pipe on there, the muffler or whatever, but you're gonna have to put a guard on it so the exhaust doesn't hit you in the leg. But this is how mine looks right now. And I got my tensioner wheel pretty much on there, as you can see. It's got some good tension. And I need to extend the kickstand right here. And there's a few things I did. I had to cut the pedal, and then I had to weld it back on, but I had to weld it slightly shorter so it clears this assembly right here. So when I pedal, I can clear that. So that's pretty much it right now. And then I just got to install the throttle on there so it works better. Right now I just don't have the throttle on there. I just got to put the spring on it. So you're gonna get yourself a spring at Ace Hardware or Home Depot. I'd recommend Home Depot.